definitely Shopify Rebellion needs to prevent. We also know we've been highlighting Noya for this entire tournament, and this is her map, so of course she will shine.
Ooh, Bastarda, she was really feeling it in her entry, and she is definitely working the crowd.
It's MIBR. Take a simple approach to the pistol round. All 5 players contacting A main.
Well, Mel is here for that first shot. Sees a few players and steps on back. Shopify are in good position to react to this one quickly, but keep your eyes on SRN. Already quick into the site. Shopify bunker down in the back here. Ran the same play so many times versus MIBR in the previous matchup, but this time the fight comes back into the smoke. It's a little bit of a mess, but Sarah waiting as MIBR keep coming her way. And now actually having other ideas to head into Art.
Yeah, they have Art control, but look at Sarah!
Monster to 4K from her! No ace to be found yet, but she has single-handedly torn down MIBR.
It got the dink on Bastarda as well. And look who's waiting. Noya here to close the round. Truly monstrous from Sarah to start this game.
Insane work out of the Sova. 4 kills on that pistol, and the reposition here too to jump up was sick.
Yeah, what a great timing to choose. Look at those 2 perfect shots. Gets up just with the impeccable crosshair placement.
Even gets the dink at the end
Yeah,
too.
if she had one more shot.
In this third round, just to make sure heavy armor is achieved. Now that pullback star to break the angle, and SRN jumps up, but SRN shut down. And if you remember the last time these teams faced off on this map, SRN had her worst performance in a map ever. Already, Shopify shutting her down early.
They'll have to go either into this turret in street, which will quickly pull rotates back into B. And that's exactly what's going to happen. 2 players here from Shopify to hold.
Alexis and Dodonut, and the rotates coming in as well. This is going to be real tough for MIBR. Alexis falls down early though, and now a path into the site opens up. Dodonut swings into the crosshair, so now with the judge, Noya tries to play spoiler, but even with 10 seconds left on the clock, Spike will still go down.
Mel very late to this one, only a Guardian for her in the 1-on-4.
This is a huge round to win for MIBR too, when you consider that Shopify's attack was so strong last time. You need every round you can get on your own attack side.
And you look at the players coming online, sure. SRN got shut down, doubled up with the Outlaw to start this round, but it's Bastarda who's stepping up instead. That player who, okay, Mel does get shut down. Bastarda, of course, who got dropped by Liquid.
But these players are really tough to dislodge. Last time on the pistol, MIBR tried to fight past the anchor smoke. You see center sight. This time, what's the idea going to be? Because again, Sarah and Mel can look for infinite spam. This time, some missiles. Try and push players away. SRN also looking for a higher angle. And the spike will be planted. Shopify Rebellion now with a good ping out of Alexis. And some return fire out from Lisa. Shopify taking their time. Dodonut still very far away.
But MIBR held on to Art. That's the difference this round. Makes this post-fight so much harder to deal with.
And that high angle too. Always going to be an issue. SRN gets some damage down. And look at Dodonut actually trying to take a late flank attempt through Art. There is an alarm bot waiting for her. Shopify onto the spike, try and pull some attention away as Dodonut strikes 1 for 1. And Alexis too trying to provide some cover for Noya. That's the time to activate for the rest of MIBR. We're all tied up. Alexis very likely just has a knife ready to respond to these players stepping in. SRN waiting for this one, immediately flashed up, and Noya secures a pretty nice shot. The rest of Shopify swing on through as well, but MIBR match the numbers that Shopify bring. And now with Alexis leading herself, it's hard to see a way back in.
2-on-3. The only difference really would be a good share of shot. But there's very few opportunities. The smoke keeps Bastarda safe, and Mel just has to walk into it.
Yeah, where are these angles going to be from Shopify? Alexis trying to play with something. And the smoke fades. Another one instantly to take its place. It's a pullback, actually. Nice idea from Mel, but ultimately, MIBR will take the round.
Another 3K for Bastarda. She already has her ult online.
And as the lockdown is placed on the B side of the map.
I don't think Lisa saw her, though. She can try and walk on this one.
Potentially. taking her time now. Now Lisa turning around and waiting for it. Not quick enough either. So these mid-fights a little bit awkward as a Hunter's Fury from Sarah to try and find Melissa. It was only good for one chunk of damage. And SRN again playing one of these boosted angles in the post plant.
And she still has the hinder as well. This is a nasty spot.
Donut ultimate ready to go. Lights up down long. Try and push these players away, but SRN is still in back sight with Sayuri holding down the fort. A good flash, a good counter on the YouTube, but Alexis charging on forward. Sayuri still a problem over on the side. 2-on-2. Shopify need this round. They need to deal with Bastarda. It's 3 now for Alexis, but there's still a utility, still an ultimate. And not a lot of time on the clock. He goes a bad direction, but again, there is not enough time. 4 kills for Alexis means nothing in the face of MIBR.
MIBR are so good at the way that they play their post plants. I think one of this team's best facets is how coordinated they are in those kind of post plant fights. And what it all goes back to, their success there, to me, is Sayuri, and how great her utility is. She's almost always holding on to a second KO flash, something to, as retake utility comes in from SR, she can flash her team back on the line, and then 3 or 4 players are all in position to work together and cut down Shopify's retakers.
Reconvene mid.
Yeah, immediately walking back through art. Lisa is here to hold.
And there's a few more players behind that as well. It's actually Melissa to steal the thunder. She was the 3rd player all the way back in top mid, coming out from window, but she doesn't care at all. Dodo on the angle. Nice couple shots from her, but again, Melissa just whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. Noya gets 2 kills. Problem is, no guns are retrieved. Bastarda's gonna drop down a nano to secure the spike and get the cross.
But she has to cross. She has to leave these weapons, unless Sayuri can basically single-handedly hold on to them.
Sayuri, pivotal in the last round. Now has to be perfect for the eco pullback star, and she holds down the line. Nicely played from the KO. Stepping forward here, there is a turret watching her, so she's a little bit cut off from the rest of the fight.
Shopify get out into A main. They need to hold that space if they want to hold A.
Sarah steps on forward. That's a nice kill, and Alexis will also be pivotal. She's already behind this wall. Throws a flash through. It's a fight up from Shopify. Alexis's utility is perfect. Remains to be true. Remains to be the case. As Lisa finds herself in a 1-on-5. Nice way to start it off, but nothing left doing. 3 rounds now for Shopify. Looks like it can sort of benefit the defense, but really it just allows all of MIBR to creep up behind this and get ready to pop into the site. Noe needs 1 good shot here, but as the smoke blocks off her view, instead Shopify forced to play 5 on the retake.
But this is exactly what they wanted. They have the lockdown. That's the key to this round. Mel with the Cosmic Divide forces MIBR to try and fight up somehow.
Yeah, Shopify just have to waste so much time because that knife comes out after the null command. So what do they do in this time? 2 players are now going back through connector, trying to get into street to split back into the site as this lockdown comes in. But that's 10 more seconds. We've already waited 10 seconds.
They're choosing not to use the ult for the lockdown.
Sarah and Dodo into the site. Lisa with this late flank into street. And SRN is just chewing them apart on site. Don't know how she got around the lockdown. Bastarda's even getting a kill with the molly. You highlighted the ultimates. Oh my word, the flashes, and Bastarda still gets the kill through it all. So down to the wire again. There's no time left on the clock. A beautiful post plant on B for MIBR.
I don't think she even got a kill, but Sayuri won that round for MIBR.
Honest fight around mid again. Dodo with the op on doors. Holding, but MIBR have not really done too much aggressive here. Without utility, that step forward collateral. Brilliant from Dodo.
You saw MIBR was cautious of the operator, playing back, waiting to flash in and clear it. The op's just such a problem. Melissa doesn't have a drone. It's so hard for her to get out of that cubby.
Yeah, and even if there's trouble, Sarah is in a good position to throw in a Hunter's Fury. Missiles towards Dodo. She stays all right for now. Knifed up, though. Makes things a little bit more uncomfortable, but she's got plenty of teammates to cover her back. Nicely done from the Shopify duelist to get 3 in the round.
After seeing the op there to get a collateral last time, MIBR read a gap, walk SRN deep, and now they'll go back to re-clear A main.
It is a not a great buy to say the least, and the hero is on SRN, so it has to be off the utility and off a good spacing now from MIBR. They do manage to get the trade, although SRN is blocked away by a turret in art.
You should run.
They're using the lockdown on their eco.
Okay, Sayuri picked up a gun too. She could also have a major impact now for MIBR. They want to avoid being tied up going into the dominant half where Shopify absolutely destroyed them. 11-1, they need this round. They need all they can give. Amel is going to start putting down this fire. And now as Alexis and the rest of Shopify dive on into the site. It is mayhem. Charging forward goes Dodo. Now she falls down. And MIBR holding in main and in art. Separated. There's another step in from Noya. Kills two. One more is what's required, and she will take it. It's a tie at the half. It's fairly predictable. Alarm bot now broken.
They might just send off this. No follow-up on the alarm bot. They're barreling towards B, so Melissa alone and under pressure.
What can Melissa give us backside now?
Seconds left.
Only a classic in hand and one missile to slow things down. Now she's been revealed by the dart. Shopify already into the site, but it might not matter. Few kills from MIBR. They are chewing through Shopify. They needed this pistol. Set themselves up for a strong half, and it should be there. Shopify might not even have time to plant the spike, let alone get the kills they need. Now gets a few nice shots, but MIBR cruise through this round. Yeah, it's hard to ever see this player even go negative in a match by 1 or 2 kills. So when it's a little more than that, it certainly leaves an imprint. Now stepping on up, gets the shot and takes Mel down to 10 HP before the return fire on the spam will knock her down. But they are aiming to finish on A. Common pattern for Sarah to play solo A main with the drone. The rest of the team move into art. MIBR are waiting with 3 players. Money not good, that's a given. But now with the little smoke to play around on site. And a flash to stall. We are low on the clock, Melissa. Nade in, she's pushing on through. MIBR, Lisa for 4. Noya has to do it 1-on-2. With 15 seconds left. Spike secured. Knows where these players are, but they're pushing around every single angle. Noya now spotted, and Lisa will take 4 for another on MIBR.
That KRÜ game, Lisa was so great. Out of every player in this server, the only one who hasn't been to a GCC before, spent so much of her career playing on Loud, being 3rd or 4th behind the MIBRs and Team Liquids of the world. But I'm given an opportunity to join the squad who had just made a world final in 2024.
Puts a turret forward for a little bit of bait. I love this position she is sitting in. Right now, that lockdown being canceled out by a Hunter's Fury on Sarah. But keep your eye on Noya. Noya in a beautiful spot, but only worth 1 kill. With multiple players on the flank, MIBR now pressuring on both sides of the map.
But Shopify picked this fight towards spawn.
I like this. Now stepping in from Dodo Nut, only leaving Alexis to guard their backs. And Bastarda up above them. Here's players ratting around behind her. She's all the way out on the ledge. Alexis is beautiful. And the rest of Shopify cruise on through. Now stepping up back pillar. SRN creeps into the corner. MIBR with tons of utility coming on through, and SRN assassinates Mel. Now without their in-game leader, Shopify Rebellion have to find some way to win this round. And it's not going to come right now because all these smokes are making it impossible for Shopify to find any solutions.
And a great night from Sayuri as well. And Melissa doesn't need to play up here. Instead, she can just wait up. 3 players ready on B.
It's such a good stack from MIBR. SRN primed on this line and holds it on down. Now fighting on in goes Melissa. Another one for her. Lights out from MIBR.
Such a great round for MIBR. They call the aggro mid look out of the timeout.
Melissa could even start shifting in a moment. Shopify won't give any time to start up into the smoke. What do you have for us now, Bastarda? You've been the hero all series long, all tournament long, but not to be in this round. Lisa blocked away from this wall, so for a moment, a lull in this round.
But here comes the flank. 2 players have been working around this entire time, and they have Sarah to contend with. That might just be the pivotal piece of this round.
The calm before the storm. It's about to break out. Sarah waits for her moment. Sarah is way too good. And Shopify Rebellion not skipping a beat after those 2 kills in main. I mean, it should be a simple round setup from Shopify. They're leaving Mel for a late lurk, has a start to play in the post plant. Assuming this lockdown just guarantees them a spike hitting the floor. I started trying to put some pot shots down before leaving, but there's not enough time left, so she falls away, and the plant goes through.
It'll be a straight up 5-on-5 retake. Shopify have a tough choice. There's a cosmic divide, so you want to play close, but a convergent pass from SRN makes it tough to play any of these close angles. They have to find the right balance.
It'll come down to holding this choke, and it'll come down to Mel on that lurk. Cosmic divide, and it is time for MIBR to hit that go button. First kill for Sayuri, and MIBR continue on forward. Two beautiful openers, now responded in two in kind by Shopify. Noya is untouchable, and the rest is Shopify too.
Full house for Dodo and Noya. The util on that retake, it cut up so many different angles on that site. It was so close.
30 seconds left.
No Killjoy utility to patrol on street.
She might just be going back A. Feigns that.
Does this not remind you of the around-the-world pistol play, the bait and switch, back and forth that Mel called at the start of this tournament, but Lisa is still in secret. Lisa could be a problem. Lisa is here, but is dealt with. 10 seconds left. Shopify need this spike plant. They need to stay alive.
Spike planted.
Sayuri in the thick of things. Turns at the wrong moment. 3 kills for Alexis. Shoulder to shoulder. To avoid this game being tied up, Melissa and SRN have only one option. That is to win. It is taken away from them. Shopify Rebellion, we're even. Where on the map is that landing? A main. Alexis threw that up, has that lineup from spawn.
Just putting that pressure, seeing if Dodo can catch someone rotating off this B site.
And the rotates are going to come in. Nice shot from Dodo. Little anti-eco idea. I really like letting Dodo just fish over here on B. Shopify, though, are eating up the clock. 40 seconds left, and Bastarda has crept all the way through mid where the Killjoy turret is down. No Noya now means a moment for Bastarda to strike. Not favored with the Stinger, so she chooses to let all 3 players pass.
But there's another coming.
Left.
Yes, there is. Sarah left behind. The shots go wide. Bastarda was still moving. And now this Sheriff has to deal with players on the right, on the left. 20 seconds left. A wall being put down to guarantee this plant. Shopify could be in trouble if Melissa comes through this wall.
Spike planted.
But now a moment of breath. MIBR only have the 2 Sheriffs remaining. Doesn't matter if there's no util. Dodo is still right here. Trying to bait a shot for the swing on SRN will mean nothing. Shopify Rebellion move up to map point.
And send this to overtime.
And they're going to fight in A main. They see Alexis's ult, Sarah's ult. They don't want to let Shopify play their round. They're back to the aggro. Flash up. SRN chooses to retreat as a knife catches so many players. The start is in this fight too. No command ripped. Hunter's Fury behind it. Shopify and MIBR square off. It's Mel for 2. MIBR not dismayed though. They've realized that spike is in the open. Shopify want to pick Alexis up. Want to take the spike too. But the time is ticking. Alexis is no more. And now the trade on in. Dive up from Sarah. Melissa is gone. It will just be Lisa in this round, and she has slowly crept back in.
But Shopify are patient. They walk back, clear their flank, limit the positions where Lisa could be hiding.
Think about the stakes of this round in the context of the series. Not just one map here in a best of 5, but also letting it slip away. If Lisa can't win this 1v2, already a difficult ask, MIBR will be broken right out of the gate.
30 seconds
The one
left.
player to not have played on a GCC stage before.
And yet, she has that 6th sense of even the most dedicated veterans. A turret placed in her path will take away any element of surprise. Dodo to the right side of fake plant. Melissa is down. Shopify Rebellion make good on the comeback and will take Pearl.
A masterful start to this BO5 for Mel and for Shopify Rebellion.
So we actually run this comp, we're really familiar with it, and yeah, I mean the breach utility can be really good to kind of like deny some of that early aggression that the double duelist can give you, especially with the Raze and Yoru. If you're able to bait out that Yoru's TP early on, especially when Yoru's taking those fights on the defensive side to hold like a line.
Playing so aggressively this round, she has a teleport ready to come over to this A side of the map and support against Shopify's hit. Dash on up. And Melissa was holding for it. Now with the rest of the team coming on in, it's just Melissa doing it all herself. Alexis never even popped the stun. Instead, the rest of the team waiting as they come towards heaven.
But Lisa very passive on a jingle.
Oh.
Oh, that's a great dink.
Good damage, but ultimately Shopify gonna try and bail out of this one. Actually, choose to freeze instead. Someone's gotta find a shot, find a connection. And it'll just be Bastarda. You were hoping it would be someone on Shopify if you're going to make an interesting round here, but MIBR just playing all these angles perfectly, even sending 2 players up ramp to try and pinch back in on the Shopify duo. It is a flawless pistol round for MIBR. Way to bounce back after map 1 gets stolen away.
And the issue of that round is that Dodo does not look to her left while she's diving in.
She'll be coming on in. Shopify Rebellion do a lot of work to make sure their spacing is good on the approach.
MIBR going for a reclear in mid.
Orb down, 3 players right behind that one. And yet Sarah and Dodonut react very nicely, just cut them down one by one.
Yeah, great hold from SRG. They'll now call back into this B site where Sayori is waiting.
And she's got that high angle with the Outlaw. And quite a few vulnerable players here. See if she can make it go as the wide swing from Dodo is one of the players with armor, so that Outlaw is punished.
And from 2 dominant rounds from MIBR, it's SR with a dominant round of their own.
Now, we've got a whole lot of time before Melissa's eventually going to die and unlock the ult for the next round, but
sure.
We talked about how you deal with mid control. You can also figure out how to deal with B main control that MIBR are throwing 3 players into right now. Alexis can hold on to this stun and use that for the refight. And SRN just stepped into the smoke. That play was wildly aggro. Thinking maybe Mel could have been on her own, and MIBR punished for it.
Still Melissa here, chooses to pop the ult, stand and fight.
Wow, big commitment, down a player. Still with a minute remaining on the clock.
But Shopify will leave, look at Noya. She's
Ooh.
still in sewers, here's this rotation.
Exactly, the footsteps are confirmed. Shopify now wonder, do they go back? They don't have enough time to clear that player and spawn.
I wonder if you just go vents into A, knowing that there's going to be no one else A because of the walk.
It's vents into B, and Sarah has to be ready for this player. Bastarda right into her eyes. And the next player to clear will be Lisa in Hell, now inching up the rope. Had a moment, but ultimately needed more shots to connect. Melissa unable to do so. 3 kills in the round for Dodonut and another for Shopify. Now has ideas to get a little bit more aggressive.
Look at Lisa going for a walk down mid.
I mean, Lisa is the one hero guardian, the one real shot for MIBR, and she's caught a very quick timing. This is brisk into B main, especially with Alexis slowing down to secure the orb there too. Now Sarah comes back to deal with this player. Unsuccessful this time guarding the flank. With Mel inside of the smoke too, that's a little aggro. Might have thought it could have been more players going down mid to MIBR making a go at this. Dodonut, backside with an ultimate. Some chip damage. Pushes back onto a new line, now tethered up and stuck with nowhere left to go. Needs assistance, won't get it. MIBR have stolen this round from nowhere. Slight pixel on the one way.
She's allowed to stay on site because she has TPs to get away should she be stunned.
Also has some support from her teammates. Dodo to light things up. The paranoia just makes her a sitting duck. The rest of Shopify can't go anywhere. Now this lurk has been shut out. Shopify Rebellion have no other options in this round.
That was the only cancel option they had. Now they have to scamper and try and make something happen from scratch. Mel and Main, her 2 teammates working back through mid, but MIBR have a vice grip on this round.
30 seconds
Mel
left.
continuing to step forward, trying to catch that jump peak. Here's 2 players spamming, so now her teammates a little bit more comfortable. Walking into heaven. Here the reload out on Raptor, but it's a bait. Melissa and the rest of MIBR turn around to deal with Shopify. Sarah, the last of live, down in Hell. Actually has some kills, but the spike is in heaven. All MIBR need to do is survive. Bastarda says she'll get the kill regardless. But mid-control is the name of the game as Noya breaks the haunt. Alexa still holding the stun. Lisa is a little bit in front of things here, but with a nice kill and backing away, caught Alexis without the stun ready, so now that follow-through isn't going to be there. Yeah, I remember talking to Alexis after the breach nerfs, and I think she told me she was never going to play the agent again until some buffs came in. She's like, yeah, the nerfs are really brutal. Hard to capitalize on, and yet here she is, locking that one in. Here Sarah is with 2 kills, bringing things into a 3-on-3.
Well, they want to go back A, but look who's here. The monster of the A site, Bastarda, stuck in towards Sign.
30 seconds left.
She's got a real good angle to deal with Noya when she comes out of main. Noya choosing to move into heaven instead. Shopify might be waiting for the stun. 5 seconds left before that should be up. But Melissa is here, causing distraction. Now that stun is online, pushes Melissa away, but Bastarda with a rare whiff. Now could be trouble for MIBR. She gets swarmed on the other side, throws out the clone, trying to dance on both ends, but she can't secure the kill. Shopify Melian might have done this.
Alexis just earned the Rolling Thunder as well.
That is major. Sarah with 3 kills already. A Rolling Thunder in response to this dive. Here it comes.
Player standing.
One more kill. SRN has to do it all, but Sarah with another 4-piece will steal away this round.
They've been Sarah fragged again. She hit some beautiful shots with the Guardian. Started off in mid with Lisa getting this opener. And MIBR was saying a little bit on this reswing. It's punished by Sarah. She flicks around for the second. And then that's really the key piece to the round for me. Bastarda whiffs out on her opportunity, buys time for Sarah to make that wraparound happen.
Makes Mel think, hey, we can walk in here. But a Prowler is always going to be spent in the stun to force the teleport away. Still a big piece of utility spent at, again, the minute 15 mark.
Fade ult in, sees only one player on that site, but the op's still a factor.
Does Mel want to ult in? It's a little bit delayed, and Bastarda's in front of the fight. It's so slow, but Mel deletes one player, cancels another teleport. A rocket out from heaven makes this round an absolute mess.
And Shopify will fight in towards stream.
Mel! With that teleport. Only a 1-on-1.
This position is so hard to deal with.
Hard to clear, though, from Bastarda. She does not spot the player wrapping heaven. Sarah with 1 kill. Buys time for Dodonut to filter in. The spike plant is good for her. And that satchel doesn't do it. No, it's on the other side of the wall. I tell a lie, she has to sprint forward. There's no time. And the full stick from Bastarda takes the round right back.
Round comes down to an absolute inch. The pressure that MIBR have out from heaven early means it's a safe plant. And while Dodo's play was excellent, finds the perfect timing to circumvent that Yoru ult. It's just not enough.
Last player standing.
So, they're failing to deal with the op after failing to deal with Bastarda. More attention put on A main.
There.
Lisa behind this orb. Threatens the cross, but chooses to go on back. She is in a very exploitable position, but so is Mel. She likes her odds. A good slow down there from Dodo. Will secure the trade with Alexis guarding their backs. Shopify Rebellion have an angle into B, apart from Bastarda.
Mel said, sure, but you traded for excellent space. Bastarda.
They're just hard holding it. They know. How does Shopify know? The absolute hard read, while MIBR were taking space everywhere on the map because of how clued in Shopify's prep is on this team. And it pays off because Melissa's also going for that walk down.
Look at Noya, still waiting in mid. That position will be so hard to deal with.
Sarah's guarding B main again. Every round it's been here. And the step through is seen. Melissa survives on 8 HP. Needs a little bit more. SRN will find it. Noya now out from heaven. Deals with the satcheling SRN as a spam gives Melissa a chance with 8 HP. She wants the Nightfall for the blood trail. Noya falls down, fully pinged out. This fight is everything. Melissa is unreal.
That is such a crazy investment on 1 health. in a wildly unfavorable fight, chooses to invest the ultimate and destroys Noya in the Red Bull clutch.
What a round, because Shopify seemed like they played everything perfectly, holding for every piece of aggression. They were numbers up, but Melissa didn't care.
The last time these teams played, it was a matter of clutches, of player advantage scenarios that Shopify stole away. Sayori has help from Heaven. Lisa here to aid.
Already the smoke's in. Dodonut full blinded again. This time doesn't fall, but with the snake bite on B main, Shopify can't get in yet. So now places the smoke. Sayori swings on into them. Melissa is finally taken out. And the ult from Dodonut to try and get further and further into the site. Shopify Rebellion playing with no space anywhere. They are boxed in. And now Bastarda taking pot shots from Heaven.
Noya chooses not to use the pit. Instead, retreating back to main. Leaving Alexis on an island.
It's a tough ask in a half that's about to run away from MIBR.
Standing.
Alexis creeping around the corner. Alexis, you can't do him like this, no way. Already given up the position, but it's one-on-one now. Bastarda is solo, has to be perfect, and she is! Of course she is!
Back-to-back rounds. We're an MIBR player on 1 HP.
A little bit silly. And yet the clutch factor, as you mentioned, has been the defining factor in these late round diffuses.
Shopify.
Ooh.
Oh, deals some damage.
Oh,
Bastarda.
wow. Just carving up mid. Lisa, there's no way we're stepping through that one. Instantly traded down. Importantly for Shopify, Alexis and the Rolling Thunder survive the mid fight.
But look at the refight for MIBR. They want to go into Sarah. Sarah dodges.
Sarah down. And now there's nothing to lean back into. This stun for Mel does nothing. With SRN still holding the line. Alexis now in the middle of 4 players. Has an open B site for the time being, but not as Sayori starts calmly rotating over onto the B site. Alexis needs a kill or 2 before the Rolling Thunder would matter, and she takes out the knife trying to charge into Sayori. Oh my, turns around for that shot. But MIBR will take their 8th regardless.
Honest question. Has anyone told the Brazilian players that when you're 1 HP, you get shot once and you die? And kill Shopify, but for their utility, before the waylay becomes a factor whatsoever.
And Shopify just running execs, a Rolling Thunder into the site. Sun's up Melissa, and this time Dodo is holding Flowers. That lost them the pistol. Dodo now has a path into the site. Still alive back there, isolated from her team. Dodo has to be the hero, but he is pinched down and executed. Shopify Rebellion have gone nothing. They put 5 players into main, and 30 seconds later have nothing to show for it.
They had a spearhead, but no follow-up. Couldn't actually get into that site. And now the refight from MIBR.
SRN with the rocket! Good night, Shopify!
MIBR have been lights out on defense. And for different reasons, it becomes the same solve that they found against G2. Start to disrespect them. Fight up. Play the confident angles. And win these rounds. Look at these swings. Melissa's a fade with utility. Nah, she's just sending it out. It's a 4-on-3. Don't slow down. Pop the rocket. Keep it going.
And you don't need a flash if you just shoot them better.
Yeah, true.
Not a lot of time before that teleport runs out, so Bastarda might end up taking that one. At the same time, Shopify, as they often do, stepping down into mid, playing for this retake.
How did MIBR play the post spawn? Seeing no resistance, so they want to fight up. That's good spam damage. But SRN is pushing this.
I like the idea from Sarah to play for the spam. But now the hold, look at this, back on these sewer players. Bastarda with a perfect crossfire. Oh, turns away, just the wrong moment. And that gives the gap for Elisa. Doesn't matter though, because Bastarda will take 2 kills to the back of the head. And MIBR still have 3 players locked in on site. A paranoia now guides Sarah on forward. A drill out into the open. Alexis to take another. With Bastarda wrapping back around into Heaven, Shopify Rebellion are wrapping circles around MIBR. Bastarda though, for 3 in the round. And the spike out in the open. Sarah doesn't stand a chance. MIBR are dismantling Shopify on split.
Lisa here to hold again, even if these players try and push up. She's in such a passive position.
Here they come. She will fall down.
But it's an anti-eco where you have a solo Sheriff player. Okay, she dies, whatever. We've got a free B site. We have a great post plant.
Yeah, the small wins for Shopify, of course. The Sheriff and ult orb on Alexis. A kill as well. That started though with the Sheriff too, hold on.
Yeah, now you should have some concern.
But here's the thing. It was the two Sheriff players that played aggro that ended up falling off as they were on their own. But it's
still
so hard to set up the crossfires MIBR want in this post plant now. Paranoia held by Sayuri. Stun doesn't find much. Now jumping up behind the smoke. A good seize. And a better paint shell. That combo instantly equalizes.
She's got another.
Oh yeah. Use it again. Now this crossfire. I love that from Melissa. Down, up, down. And so Shopify fall.
You're right. It is hard to win that even up numbers, but when they go for the funky smoke, easy solution. Heads up to go for that seize nade combo. Bails them out of a round that could have gotten quite dangerous. And now Shopify. This is really a brutal task that they have ahead of them. Down 11-3. Needing a pretty much flawless defense half here.
We've seen some comebacks so far in this event from big deficits.
Oh yeah, SRN fast up mid.
Oh wow. Noya steps out in front of that one. Here's the satchels. So MIBR now without that heaven pressure are worried about players just stacking into the B site.
They're burning the candle here. There's not a lot of time now.
I mean, Bastarda is irrelevant in the round just to get late round. They need the plant for Bastarda to be entering the equation. And Sarah has the seize. Does that catch all of them? Gets two. Melissa still untouched. It does not matter.
One enemy remaining.
Brilliant utility and better shooting from Dodonut. Shopify bounce back. Looks like some damage went down on Bastarda. So on 66 HP and a stun sent from the B site, Dodonut will move in, but it's already a teleport away. Just a clone there. Noya holding in fence, gets another kill in mid. And as Dodo falls on A, maybe this round won't be so hard for MIBR. They are very vulnerable. Actually, there's an orb lineup just thrown out by Lisa. That is massive to have that coverage. So now Sarah does not have an easy angle through this smoke unless her aunt connects onto players. Instantly broken, actually with a couple of pings. The MIBR still get the plant down.
So a retake for Shopify. Down a player, but Alexis with all her utility, Mel and Paranoia. This is doable.
Have to clear Lisa first. Pushed back into the corner. No one to help her out. Just a wall thrown up, dodges the Paranoia. Teleports, where is Mel going? Lisa is untouchable. So Alexis' utility means absolutely nothing. She will back away in this 1v4. MIBR up to map point.
I love the pressure MIBR is putting on mid.
The only issue for MIBR will be a little bit of time if they don't act quickly. But already into heaven, now a Paranoia. Noya out there and the showstopper in. Mel unable to find her. SRN cleanly into the site. The rest of MIBR has not made it through heaven though. It's a great stun. Sayuri caught jumping. Noya holds the spike. 20 seconds left. Noya holds it down. She is just that good. And with the spike stuck in heaven, MIBR have nowhere left to go. A beautiful hold from Noya and 4 kills on the top of it.
It's just all Noya.
Alexis choosing not to pull the blast yet. Instead, a flash to refight in, sets up Noya, SRN dodges it. And now instead of committing back into B, MIBR have ideas to stick around mid.
And that's because of Dodo tucked into the corner on this site, playing an off angle.
30 seconds
Dodo and Sarah have played very nicely back and forth on A-holes.
And Dodo again has the hinder, and MIBR, they don't have time.
And Sarah again has the seize, this time in heaven. Sarah raining down bullets on MIBR. That combo piece tandem play on full display. Alexis once into the party.
Great hold.
Shopify have won 2 in a row now, within 6, but this is the round to make or break, especially with the dimensional drift. Paranoia combo, and the Prowler chasing Bastarda, fully supported to blow up the map.
Stepping up into B main for Shopify.
Mel, huge opener, but SRN is there. Trades back and forth. This round is ridiculous, and a teleport back from Bastarda. She gives up B Heaven to secure the spike. Alexis worried about her flank. Dodo Nut falls. A Nightfall out from Heaven. We are going nuts on this round. Sarah seizes the reins back while MIBR pivot back into their lurk.
It was pinch on pinch, but now the door is open. MIBR have found their side and Shopify theirs.
This round is nuts. That was just 40 seconds to see all those ults and all those kills.
But now the plant will go down. MIBR will get to post up with the spike on the floor.
MIBR could have given the plant to Lisa, could have gotten the ult instead. Prefer her position in Heaven.
And it's such a commanding spot. This open plant, they can be playing from pretty much anywhere. There's so much that Shopify has to clear.
Now that it's been so long, Lisa fell back into hell, but she's not guarding the right angle. Footsteps being made that will allow her to turn. And now MIBR can set up full control over the choke. The solution is Heaven for Sarah. MIBR falling backwards. Bastarda dominating split versus G2. Now seeing it through in the last moment for MIBR. This series is 1-1.
MIBR, they got 3-0 dominated when they played in a final against Shopify.
I don't know how to say it. Fun to watch, yeah.
Who do you think would take this map of KRÜ? Last time it was Shopify who won this.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it's a tight match.
Playing a little bit deeper in A main early. Shopify not ones to instantly rip the Paranoia.
They always like to do it off contact, have a hinder to go with it as well.
Yeah, so Sarah on a little bit of a wider angle. Actually the one to take a first shot with a Sheriff. Good shots out of her. And now that follow-up is in form, but Shopify Rebellion get cut down. All three players in that exchange fall.
Yeah, the Paranoia just missed, and now quick into the side is Alexis, the last player who can really save this round for Shopify.
This shot has to be hers, taken away.
Player standing.
Lisa's been so astute this game. Last map on split, well, the double duelist got the highlight. I feel like she was always the one closing out these rounds. But you talk of closing rounds, you look at clutches. And who else would it be but Noya?
The problem for Noya is there's no one really giving her an angle. Saw Lisa's shoulder. Now she sees nothing except darkness around her. As the walls close in around, and Lisa with a 3K wins this pistol.
On that side of the map.
But what it does mean for Shopify is that even after losing the first two rounds, they have a bye in round 3, should have a bye in round 4, even if things go poorly, at least with light armor. And while a kill goes to Donut, there's just not enough time. That was the pistol anyways, running up from MIBR. And all 5 gonna die to the spike.
Mission accomplished, you die. Down
Good
they go.
work, good work.
Great work, Shopify. MIBR, they guessed correctly. They get a free anti-eco.
Actually, early knife from Sayuri. Trapped Alexis. Up in mid, and MIBR are up here. They're going for a fight through the smoke, absolutely catching these players. Bastarda working off a brilliant flash, but the counter fight on B is there. Even playing field, Noya swings straight into Bastarda's Odin, of all things. She picked that up for 4 kills. Are you kidding?
On for the ace with the stolen weapon.
And now those Brazilian fans seated right behind MIBR egg her on for that final kill.
Shopify wanted to go for a re-clear play in mid.
Might catch Mel on the exit instead.
Cutting through.
Mel's now gonna run towards her. Is the ace still on? Bastarda not chasing for it, so ace denied.
But it's a high angle, it's a passive angle for Noya.
But seeing nothing, Bastarda's gotta feel confident. Sees that player Heaven. I think Bastarda was spotted too, so a knife thrown out by Alexis, and Bastarda takes the shot. The boost up seeing over the top of the wall. And now the gun switch back over.
But a freeze for MIBR. They hold in mid, they wait for the re-aggression.
Not for long, Sayuri went back to throw a left kick flash over the top of sight. There's actually a knife coming down. Bastarda now into the site, Alexis. What can you do to hold this down?
Spike down.
Creeping to left-hand side. An assassin as Lisa lights them up in mid, but there's still just 10 seconds left. Alexis now on both sides has to turn around and deal with everything. It will not be. Instead, 5 rounds in a row for MIBR.
But there's still the matter of executing on it.
Sayuri just picked up an orb. Switches guns because now she has the ultimate. A null command. But there's still Sarah Zoden. Forget the utility. She is absolutely carving alongside the rest of Shopify. They need this round. Shopify can't let it slip now. Back through the smoke goes Mel for 3, and 1 on the board now for the reigning champs. You forget it for a while when Alexis plays so much of the Sentinel throughout the year, but her initiator utility is elite.
Interesting start. SRN popped quick into B main and goes again to challenge Dodo.
That is bold, but look back behind A main. That is where Lisa finds herself. 15 seconds into the round.
And Noya's trapped between 2 sides, has to fight her way out.
Is she trapped? Is she trapped, or is this exactly where she wants to be? They have no idea, but the first shots are whiffy. So a 1-for-1 is all she finds.
And now a plant for backside. Lisa, who'd been in spawn this whole round, waiting for her moment.
Wanted to equalize. Still down a player is MIBR.
Alexis has the ult for the retake. Flashes still to get back in.
Lisa calls Sayuri up. It's a forward flash. SRG are scared. And now smoke down. Lisa has to die to win the round. A good flash coming on through. First player dealt with Sayuri. Slowed down too. And Melissa falls back-to-back rounds. Multi-kills from Mel. But SRN has crept ever closer.
Alexis with a flash to swing back in. Let this op get a forward line.
Drone spotted. SRN in trouble. Shot doesn't connect, and SRN is still moving. MIBR do not want to let Dodo nut out. Another flash, this time coming around the other side. Alexis to equalize, and Dodo holds it down, trying to escape by the skin of her teeth. She's a clone in main. Means Alexis now has no support behind her. Alexis has to fight her way out, gets 3 onto the round. And now Lisa, who has been perfection in this map, has 35 seconds left in a 1-on-3.
She finally died. But there's still
30 seconds
a
left.
huge challenge to this round. They all holding her angle.
But 30 HP makes Lisa's Vandal an op too. Oh, a leg shot of all things. 20 seconds left. And now the switch to the shorty. Double shorties, they know how low Lisa is. Getting wild with it to string together 3. But it's hard to capitalize and punish the op when there's the knife ready to go. Early drone right off the riff and a flash too. Sends Donut away, 4 players tagged up. And a Hunter's Fury from Sarah has a great line from mid. Nice shots. Take out one of those 2 duelists.
So MIBR stunted. They're getting pushed through from mid.
Yes, Mel has gone all the way forward.
They have to exec into B. That's their only way to win.
So SRN asked for a major task. Find the entry pathing, find the entry kills. Alexis in the corner. Hasn't been pushed away, trying to find the spam into the smoke. MIBR finally into the site. But still that flank coming in quickly. Mel is about to activate. Onto the planter, Mel for 2 again. And Sayuri has no HP. The blind from Mel secures yet another. This train will not stop. This time it finds nothing. MIBR's doesn't either.
So they send the drone mid. I think this is in part to try and pressure an op away.
The initiators have traded utility in B main, now drones kissing each other in mid.
But the thing is, Shopify held mid through that exchange. So again, they're in a position where if a B hit comes, they can fast push around.
The difference is, with that null command, no utility to stop the flood, only Sarah Zoden for some chip damage. Noya repositioned Heaven.
The question for MIBR is, where do they fight in the post fight? Elbow seems to be the answer.
Planted.
First flash finds nothing for MIBR. Paranoia too. It's slow from MIBR, it's slow from Shopify.
Great paranoia, push the elbow players out.
Here we go. First fight goes evenly. Now a teleport into Heaven. Lisa getting way too crazy. It was trying to combo with this fight, but now in a 1-on-2, Melissa. Suck in main, a Guardian. All she has at her disposal. Here's the cancel. Here's Dodo Nut. Knows where these players are, but they have exactly the same information. Taking her time to pull out the gun, the shorty, to deliver another blow to MIBR.
Great retake from Shopify. That round they actually had to give up the site because of the null command.
See the other side of that. If they can find success in this round. Teleport up. Sees both initiators on Shopify. Guides her team into the site. Bastarda now locating 3. Lodges herself in. Already the spam from Sarah to try and connect. As a knife catches 3 players on site, MIBR can't fight forward. They plant the spike, and they hold the line.
It's basically the same round again. Can MIBR change the outcome?
The difference is Melissa is all the way back in spawn, guarding flanks and holding onto double shocks and an ult. So the retake has to come in. Now the paranoia, where are the shots? Bastarda is still alive against all odds, finally dealt with by the leader in Mel. And now Ultimate's on the other side. Dodo not up and over and around the top. A Hunter's Fury on the back of everything. It's madness. But Melissa is so far away from this fight, she's out of the fight entirely. The shock darts won't come in time. She doesn't have a chance to stop this defuse. She was way too far from it all. And Shopify brought it all the way back from 6-0 to tied at the half.
But it's MIBR working 3 down mid early, getting an embed for Bastarda.
Deep wall to fight up into elbow. Split up this site from Shopify. And this snake bite stops Elisa's intention. She wanted to be inside of the smoke. Shopify are actually letting MIBR into the site to try and attack back up into heaven. And with Noya getting the kill on site, Melissa now taken down as well. Shopify just eliminate MIBR out of nowhere.
I love that pistol look. MIBR likes doing a lot of combined fights with the double duelists on their pistol rounds, on their eco rounds. And just contacting into B circumvents that.
Now Sayuri dinged with a little up, down action from Dodonut. So pistol round secured from Shopify.
She's not going to stop walking, by the way. Noya has got this gun, has posted up as well towards A, and now the team will slowly call back into her.
But this is how MIBR always play. Down a player, step on forward, and it works somehow. A critical miss out of Mel. And now Shopify pinched into A.
Backside is SRN.
The problem is backside. The problem is 2 players coming in from mid as well. SRG have to divide their attention to deal with MIBR. Noya out in the open and takes down SRN. Bouncing back from a tough first half, but Melissa still holding it down. Melissa for 4 shuts down this momentum.
Hell of a way to reinvigorate the team. And the first kill she gets is so unlikely. It looked like she was looking the wrong way initially. Here's that kill we missed. A double ping from Noya. But yeah, full 180. Melissa destroys Mel. And then flooding back on in. Great reset. Transfer on the spray. It's just beautiful. It's a 4-1 for MIBR. They fought through A main very early on, and now they know it's going to be a B hit.
Yeah, the rotate's coming in immediately. 3 players ready to defend B.
But SR still a little slow to activate this. Now the null command pops.
Lisa still taking this fight as Dodo comes into the site. Now Hunter's Fury forces Dodo away, but the tracking on Alexis will take down the KO. Still, MIBR not in a position to retake unless Lisa can secure a shot. As a res comes in, these
Mel
players
in
on
heaven.
elbow pushed away, and the teleport from Mel to pinch back in. Steals away that deep space.
And Sayori now smoked off. She has 2 teammates coming in from mid, but it's so tough to get into this site anywhere.
SRN, Melissa, shoulder to shoulder. Inch back forward, and the movement from Melissa, she picks up right where she left off. Another kill for SRN, now pinched back by Noya. SRG will take their 9th.
Back in a flash.
Up behind this wall, Dodo, wasting not a moment. Mel teleporting back, sees 3 players, so Dodo hits the brakes for a moment. Shopify Rebellion play together. MIBR swinging on through, that is mental! And Dodo's still alive. How do you swing all those players? Dodo not in the front, and she never even goes down. Mel as well for 2 more kills. And in the blink of an eye, this moment that meant so much is ripped away from MIBR.
Yeah, Mel is destroying right now. It's not just the kills she gets, but that information. She doesn't pop that ult in C3. Dodo probably charges straight on in, dies forward, and then maybe MIBR flood in. No.
Since that 6-0 start, 11-1 in the favor of Shopify. MIBR need this round with a broken bye. Dodonut is chasing down prey. And SRN trying to bring the fight to her will fall as well. These two last players pushed back under the cover of a smoke.
The crowd cheering for an ace already. She has 2 kills.
It's early to ask for that one, but with the way Shopify have been on full cruise control since that early deficit, makes you believe they can do just about anything.
They pick up the pace big time this round. Dodo just runs over the site. You saw MIBR was trying to play close on that choke, fight together and suffocate SRG as they came out. But the Waylay just breaks out of that.
Wow.
They're using the ultimate here.
Ultimate pulled by Dodo just to guarantee the round. No, there's 2 more for the next round. Shopify doing everything they can to make sure this round is unlosable. And that it is. Melissa now with so little time remaining on the clock, and Mel pinching back from the other corner will put Shopify onto map point. Trailing 5, but they have 4 ultimates. Bastarda has saved for the op. That has solved problems for MIBR in the past. This round, that op in B main, and now Mel down. SRN and Sayuri with near full utility behind them. The contact from Dodo needs to get that shot, and she does. It's slow from Sayuri, and now the dive over onto the other side, just trying to bully Sayuri. She's flashing herself. Sarah jumps out of the smoke. It's a huge advantage, only answered back in turn by Melissa. That Hunter's Fury.
Melissa's been so good this game, despite the struggles for MIBR. Now with Bastarda alongside her, the hero of the previous map.
But the ask is of Bastarda, given the rifle. Now, spotting the Odin, turning back without a teleport to go away. She can't go for the kill. Needs to get on the spike, needs to fight on in. And now a Hunter's Fury out from Sarah. It is Bastarda versus the world. 1 kill, back onto the spike. Needs another. Not again.
Stop trying.
How much can she do? Bastarda is the best there is. But will there be time? She's trying to go for Bastarda. Do you have it? No! 4 kills was not enough. Shopify Rebellion, 1 more map for the rematch.
But also I'm thinking about MIBR and what they can do here, and I'm still thinking back of that final or semi-final in Brazil where SRN in this map of Abyss got 50 kills. So if you have your questions about, how she's going to be doing on this map, how she's going to be doing on this Jet, I feel like
They go classic, keeping the Cypher, the Jet in the comp.
Melissa and Bastarda to receive this hit on a Melissa who played a belter of a map. And Bastarda, who got a 4K to end it, only to lose on 0.6 seconds on time. But so far they've been able to find nothing, not actually playing on the site. As the smoke clears though, maybe an angle for Bastarda yet.
I'm looking at Dodo fighting deep in this post front, has a player to crossfire. If Shopify can buy time on
Mel up
site.
the rope is a little bit too bold. The first kill goes down. I don't think she had any stars left. Was willing to risk it. Now MIBR, 4 players, 5 rather, behind this orb. Now some utility to flush out the early angles. Shopify have gotten up into heaven though. Have a chance for a crossfire. Alexis in a nasty little spot, taken down though. And now, executed out from heaven. It's only Dodonut left. Needs a few shots, needs to deal with the planes or up the rope. Dodonut has 3 kills, make it 4, but the spike is still defused.
Another bullet or 2 onto Melissa, and it would have been a different story.
Off the Waylay.
Gets away with just grabbing that orb, and SRN up top should get droned off here.
Yep. No one there to break it. Mel is trying to charge in, but Sayuri is right here around the corner as that smoke falls. A little bit of chip, a repost from SRN. Warning shots on both sides.
And they don't get a kill off it, but that's the kind of aggression I like to see. Pressure one side, push them away. Try and make this hit end on your bunkered site with the Cypher and the Astra.
And this is where Bastarda is challenged, especially with Dodonut in the dimensional drift.
Round 3, by the way, thanks to that 4K.
So early. Bastarda trying to chase down Dodonut. Get away from this Yoru. Stay back inside, has called in the reinforcements. Lisa is here. Doubled up on backside. Clone to take first contact. And with Lisa dropping too, MIBR are routed.
The dimensional drift makes the round so easy on the execute. And now just a retake with 3 for MIBR.
Doubled up in backside. Some more pockets to play in on the new Abyss. Getting in front of those fights, actually.
These last two players
Last player
just going to get
standing.
cut down by Shopify's onsite post plant. And before the changes to this map, most teams, Shopify included, when they played double smokes, would play the Astra and the Omen. Bye-bye mid for MIBR.
See SRN already responding.
Okay.
Wow. Nice shot.
Yeah, you lose mid control, just decimate Noya, all good.
Fight it anyways. That is the MIBR way, isn't it? Step on forward, take a chance. Dodo now, still hanging around top mid. Is a
Hello.
teleport to escape and a nice shot in and out.
Yeah, almost felt like the comms a little late on seeing that player on the jiggle.
Difficulty is 3 players on B. Shopify have no other place to finish. Bastarda locks it down with a couple of cages. 30 seconds remaining. Now the dart, the flash. Shopify on the approach, and Sarah to cut them down.
Standing.
Good spacing, good shots, and better teamwork out of Shopify should give them the second round.
No duelists for the execute. You just have to have the fundamentals perfect.
I think she has to know the op is here. After the early KO utility, after no contact, now she hears it for sure.
And knows that she's right in her reach. She'll stick around towards A.
But what that very likely means is a stack on the other side of the map. So now Shopify with 25 seconds left and a null command out of Sayuri are backs against the wall. It has to be a Hunter's Fury for a kill from Sarah, and it has to be the rest of Shopify to follow on through. They do not have lots of time. There are players on this site from MIBR trying to hunt down the planter, but the plant is stuck on through, and now the kills follow on in. What could have been hairy for a moment is now secured by another kill out of Alexis, and the slow walk on the flank by Mel.
They've baited SRN into the open, and now they've taken away the operator.
That is a gorgeous round that, again, was not simple on the exec. And so Dodonut chooses to pick up SRN's op. SRN, who is sprinting exactly into her position. 2 players here. Gets that first shot, falls on back. Now for a flash and the reswing. How confident is Dodo right now? And justly so.
They gave that to her for free. Now Lisa in mid tries to make a play, but Noya's ready for it.
And in true MIBR fashion, lose a player, lose 2. Take some liberties elsewhere. Bastarda tries to walk into the exact same space. That kill just went down, and Melissa's rewarded for it on the other side.
But A is open. There'll be a post plant here with Dodo already full taking heaven with the operator.
Bastarda on a full walk down mid. The question to be asked now is, do you play the round? Do you play contain? Do you play full save? Seems to be a little bit of everything, and Mel is in outer space. There's an astronaut on your screen. Shoot her or something.
Okay.
Bastarda understands the instructions. She'll get it done. Now Mel is calling circles around MIBR, and it comes down to the wire again. If she guessed wrong, it's 2 players walking into 5 on the A site with 20 seconds left. Round is over. Instead,
Dodo look down.
she just solo gets it. Okay.
That's that op back, so
Spike planted.
something to hold on to, I suppose. But with 2 guns here, you want to at least make a go of this up numbers.
Mel's position with the Viper Pit backside is so good. She's stepping into that fight, as a matter of fact. Trying to get a few kills for herself. Pressure coming in on her left shoulder with that Cypher. She'll secure another. And now Shopify positioned to fire at both angles on MIBR on this drop out of heaven. Alexis Saranoia line them all up.
Out called again.
Shopify so streaky in the last map, continuing it here, but the adjustment from MIBR coming out of the timeout, setting up Cypher on B, where 2 ultimates thrown at this site. Dodo Nut scouting things up onto the rope, popping up, falling down. Dodo getting a little bit too wild on the wrong side of the wall. Oh, Sarah dropping 2, and a Hunter's Fury tracing the outlines of Shopify. We realize the spike's on the wrong side of the wall.
Shopify is still going to try for something. They have the money to do it. And damage would honestly be big.
I mean, the bait and switch setup here.
Enemy remaining.
So hard to break. I like how MIBR have controlled this round so far. How many can Alexis find? Absolutely nothing. So now that momentum stalled out for a moment.
Or maybe
usually
not
it's been,
even.
Yeah, it's been very late B finishes from Shopify, so it's a hard read out of MIBR.
SRN is going all the way down. There'll be a full wrap on A. Shopify will have the lockdown to break out.
Bastarda has plenty of teammates here, and now SRN catching the orb lineup. Shopify Rebellion have nowhere to go. Dodonut tries to clear a path, but with SRN biting at the heels, Sarah has to shut this down. Sarah delivers, as she does, time after time.
And they're pivoting. Shopify, they open the door. They know that that flank came through mid. So they'll waltz their way back through to B. And now they have such a good scenario to set up a post flank. Mel still has stars. Double mollies for Alexis.
Oh, and Alexis doesn't care about your mollies. Alexis all the way behind enemy lines. Nicely done. That Viper orb is a little bit more to the right than normal.
I think it might be intentional to give an off angle.
Yeah, there's a slight gap to work with. Dodo doesn't even care about it. Tries to clip a shoulder, but Noya's still here as this refight comes in. Noya, hold on. What is happening? Mid just exploding in the blink of an eye, and Alexis, in meantime, has crept all the way into B.
I don't think they expect her this far forward. She is so deep.
That she is. Last round in spawn. This round, back sight. Here's the clear. Alexis for another. And the alarm, too, is a little bit extra. Lisa finds herself in a 2-on-3.
But Dodo's holding the cross. This is a perfect angle for the operator.
Well divided.
The wall first. So 2 players forced behind it. 1 flash for Dodo. Ready to swing through with the up. Mel! Precise. And Dodo too. Last year in the final now. Nearly being denied the chance to make it to that same stage again.
You are divided.
A null command. Cosmic Divide, SRN in front. Alexis has already gotten 1 kill. And SRN yet to see the angle. Nice flick. And another. SRN shows up to play once a little bit more. MIBR just waiting to strike, waiting to pounce behind this wall. There's still time to work with as it's brought down. Mel down again. SRN lethal in this round.
Player standing.
MIBR might be down 5 rounds. They've still got fight left in them. And SRN certainly does too.
SRN was truant.
Some shots fired over at B, but SRG are already calling the rotate over. Halted for a moment.
They're so worried about mid. They fully gapped that area. Now they'll look to re-clear it as this hit comes in.
So the ask is Shopify play a little bit more passive. If MIBR overfight, you can go for a kill. And if this dart connects, Sarah has a moment. Held by MIBR.
I really look to SRN this round. What can she do in the post?
This fight back into spawn. SRN holding it down. And the rest of MIBR is cut away at by Alexis. Sarah, too, from up in heaven. Sayuri and Melissa Sayuri for 3 takes the pistol.
That came out of nowhere from MIBR's leader. All 3 players flooding through spawn. Line up all but perfectly.
I couldn't even believe it. I think that was a classic, too. She's just collat headshotting them.
Yeah, let's watch. Turns the flash so fast. I don't think she even realized she got the second.
3 guns. They know they need to start snowballing rounds together. So setting up for a buy later. Bastarda blocked off. This is risky.
But she's just the canary in the coal mine.
Sure, but there's now a lot of pressure coming back through mid. That ping onto Sarah simplifies a lot.
They get a post flank. They have 3 rifles. This is a winning position.
A boost up into heaven. SRN in a beautiful position. There is no pressure coming in through heaven from Shopify. And as a result, SRN can hold confidently here. Where are those shots going? The classic from long range. Melissa and Sayuri again being asked a lot. Melissa's playing off site. And now they're trying to retreat a little bit, take a shot before falling back even further. They have some util, but not enough. They're gonna need to get these fights. The initial pull off the spike. Those shots again are whiffing. Melissa, though, steady hands for MIBR. She'll take 4.
way too close. SRN, that was a brutal whiff top sight.
And it's tough to highlight as well because SRN is always the top fragger. She's always the best player in the server when she is playing. Today, not finding that typical form.
But her teammates are stepping up, and maybe that's the difference from other games. Melissa with 4 here, Lisa helping her out. It's a good knife, but the Viper is playing opposite her orb, so it doesn't go down.
3 players from Shopify in backside. Mel already advancing forward. SRN whips around on her. Right out of that one, Dodo flashes on through. Chaos on this side as Dodo falls. Sarah unable to assist. MIBR in a good position in this post plant, fighting on board as this smoke clears away. SRN again for 3. That is the player we know.
Delivering a bonus round. The round that was so needed to make any chance of a comeback relevant. This is a very attack-sided map. This is a very snowballing map. And SRN with a 4K has just delivered her team a chance to start rolling down that hill.
And the vibe in the MIBR camp is completely different when they are winning and when SRN is performing. SRN is a player out of her seat all the time, yelling, screaming, rowdy. And when you have that level of energy behind you, it doesn't matter if your back's against the wall. It doesn't matter who's on the other side of the stage. MIBR can feed off of that fire. Shopify playing pretty much retake A.
Yeah, super passive setup. They're fully giving this one up.
Again, it will always be Sarah's job to look for a dart timing, look for spam, look for shocks onto the planter. Usually she's been good for some damage, but MIBR have just calmly walked through. They haven't even used their ults. They're reading this passive look from Shopify, so they'll have those ults in the post plant.
What a read. Immediately the Hunter's Fury coming through from Melissa.
Trying to catch Sarah, knows exactly where the enemy Sova wants to play, but no dice so far.
It doesn't catch. So this retake has to come after the null command, and it'll be a straight up 5-on-5.
MIBR thought it would be a fast flood, but Shopify calmly rotate back over. 10 seconds lost, sure. Now ready for the fight. The forward hold once more from Sayuri. Clone broken. Still keeping Shopify contained. The utility just to stall Noya. Lightning quick around the corner. The fire back as MIBR dip away from the site. 4 players back into main. Not heaping amounts of utility, but there's trips on the spot. There's no time.
They want it with the knife. No, nothing to be done there. The pull on the spike. Shopify run out of time, run out of chances.
Might have heard that drone from a far distance. It'll again be a full retake over A. It doesn't matter how quick those rotates come in. They're not going to be here to receive the hit. So what we're going to look at here is how far forward MIBR play. They use so much utility, and I was also going to lurk at that mid lurk.
Yeah, that's big. Bastarda is dead. Now the Hunter's Fury gets to come in. Now Shopify set up with a kill on Melissa.
Okay, Sarah is a monster. With 10 seconds left this fight in, a plant for backside Sayuri. No shot. She locks this angle down again. Turns her attention back to heaven. MIBR mobile with a teleport into main. That is crazy. Sees the flash being thrown on out, but there's no bullets left. SRN. The plant is back sight. SRN can't play the round. One on too long of a march. It is 9-9 tied again.
That was the dream of Dodo playing mid for so many of these rounds. You set up with the op and pick Bastarda. And once she's dead, that is free range for hunting season. Sarah with a perfect Hunter's Fury. Gets pick onto 2. And at that point, the retake is trivial, 5-on-3.
Becomes too easy. What's the idea here? Take flight. Drone up and over. Oh, drone spots Mel in the corner. That is bad. There wasn't a break, and Mel somehow escapes back behind the wall. And now dropping out of heaven, Sarah, and lines up for Mel! Unbelievable! The push and pull from those 2 players. Now Bastarda cut out of the sky. What a round!
Mel gave them the last 2 rounds. This time, she does not let them take it.
How quick is that thinking? Realizing there's a pocket, calling the drop out from Sarah to then swing back in herself.
It's so sick from Mel. And just that lineup, the mechanics to make it happen.
Even 129 damage onto the Cypher could have been a 4K. Or you finish into A where there's 3 players playing very forward. Bastarda has found a moment. Is the door broken? It is. Looks like Sarah holding Heaven. Nice shot out of Mel. Taking her out of the round. Bastarda still holding it down. Dodges the flash, but falls too. And now Shopify Rebellion can turn their attention back onto the site. Smoked away for now. As SRN tries to stick this plant, it goes down.
So the backside fight. No Sayori there. This time it's just SRN stuck into the corner. What a weird pit.
Is going
I don't
on?
think it was meant to do that.
Maybe trying to flood it out from Heaven. Now it just blocks off the rope entirely, and Melissa is on the flank. The fight forward is just from SRN. She will fall. And now as the pit comes down, Melissa is there to strike a fatal blow to Noya. 3-on-3 in numbers. An early pull. Now baiting up the rope. Dodonut is taken out. Sayuri trying to swing with this operator. It's a full defuse. It's a full defuse. Melissa pulls some attention off the spike, and Sarah will take 4 and another round.
How sick has Sarah been on these retakes? Whether it's the ult, whether it's diving out for Mel, or this round a straight up 4K to win it. Shopify have won 3 in a row. All 3 have come on A retakes, and all 3 have been successful. And it was such a gift to start Bastarda, finding that timing, getting the lurk onto Mel. But of course it's Sarah who flushes her back out, who then becomes the hero in this retake.
Nice!
But first they have to get through today. They have to get through a Dodonut who has been obscene on this operator. Pushed away, tagged up, but still 2 players to support.
They're playing in the smoke. They're fighting up.
Oh, they're going to swing on through with this dart. Look at this play. Lisa holding it down. And SRN too. This A main trap completely dismembered.
Lisa may have just saved this game for MIBR.
SRN is going Heaven. Playing into the smoke. If SRN falls, there's a chance, and she's called away.
Won't take the risk. With the lockdown in play. But unlikely to be. Oh, Sarah.
No
I mean,
way.
you're committing it here?
In a 2-on-4. But look what it does to those players in main, trying to push them out into the open, into a pocket. That's how confident these 2 players are.
Lisa's on a reflank. They still have a pull. Shopify have got to go, go, go.
They need the fights on these players stuck out in the open right now. Alexis can't miss. Noya can't miss. They won't even fire a bullet. A huge investment and a round taken by MIBR.
But Noya knows she's rarely following up, so Noya posts forward. And there'll be 3 players on the A side of the map.
MIBR call around it though. 5 raid hit into this A site. SRN on high. The mission is simple. Kill Dodonut. If you can do that, the round is theirs. And Dodonut falls. 1 kill is all she'll have. Sarah is another problem. There's a new mission, people. And now, ahead in numbers.
She gets out as well.
She scampers out of the site. Sayuri is back in her place. And that place is fighting deep towards SRG spawn. A Hunter's Fury invested another eco round, another losing round that Shopify tried to win with a key ult. It takes Sayuri low. Sayuri has to make this work. She has to get it done. The shots are not found anywhere. Sarah has done it again. Fight the site or something. No, instead.
She's done her job. A is open. That's what MIBR wanted.
But not having that pressure keeps her so far away from the rest of the team. The casual walk up is going to let Bastarda into Heaven. And now Sarah keeps her down. So no forward control from MIBR. Their duelist needs to get back to them.
This game has been decided on A retake after A retake. This game has been decided by this position backside.
Sarah with spam takes the first kill. Mel has the Cosmic Divide, so MIBR have to play forward for their entire year. They have to win this. Down 4v5, make it 3v5. Sayuri, what can you find? Bastarda now and SRN, the 2 duelists, in a 2-on-2. Hopping up and over, SRN keeps their hopes alive.
What do Shopify think? They hold their nerve for now. Keep the Killjoy bunkered. Have so many players towards the A side of the map.
Last time on the eco, Dodonut had the gun, but it was Sarah who was fatal. Similar fashion here, and Dodonut has already rotated over. This operator could do it. for overtime. The A site. Shopify Rebellion already to take the first kill. Bullets answer back inside the smoke is Sarah again. 3-on-3, it's a mess. Dodo is riding around the other side. Where are these shots found? Dodo has pushed Lisa into an impossible position. MIBR's year could be over with one more shot. Shopify have done it. They defeat Brazil's #2 to have a shot at their #1 and revenge in the final.